This is Terrence Banks with Information Age Financial Solutions, coming to you to talk to you about credit. And actually, the day and age that we live in with credit takes more importance and has more precedent than actually money. And in this video, I'm just going to talk about 4 quick reasons why credit is actually more valuable than money. Number 1, you're defined by your credit score. No longer do we look at the person's ability to be able to pay back a debt. They're just looking at how you handle your debt on your credit report and how your credit score is. In fact, that will allow you to actually get some of the life's luxury. You can get a BMW, get any kind of access to any kind of item by just having a decent credit score and a decent credit report. Number 2, the safest place to put money in, from what we've been told, is the bank. Now, if you have $1 million in the bank at the current interest rate of 1%, that's what they give you on a yield for a return, that's only $10,000. Now, I don't know where you're living at, but $10,000 in the United States is under the poverty level. We actually live in a day and age where $1 million in the bank does not support a lifestyle. Taken on contrast, if you actually had $1 million in credit, that can extend you to even purchase other properties, other stuff like that, even bring that up by 5 or 10-fold, where $1 million can even get to $2 million just in terms of credit, because they actually allow you to leverage that as well. Number 3, credit is everything in terms of how you deal with any transaction these days. And what I mean by this is that credit, it's not, again, if you can pay the debt back. It's if you can service the debt, meaning that can you make that monthly payment? And so if that's the case, then really is cash really a big issue here? Because they can print it in the trillions is what they've been doing now. Number 4, how long does your cash that you have on hand last? Take in contrast if you actually have credit. Credit allows you to, as long as you're servicing your debt, keeping under certain credit limits, under the credit limit score. So let's say if you have whatever the credit limit is, and if you keep it under 30% of the balance, it actually allows you to obtain more credit, which then can extend you even further. Whereas if you have cash, any cash that you have available, once you spend it, it's going to take a lot more for you to get it back. Whereas credit, if you're handling it correctly, keeping it under those credit scores and keeping it under that credit limit, you'll actually have the ability to obtain more. In fact, the only way the economy seems to exist is if you can able to obtain credit, no matter what age you're in. Finally, number 4 is this. You're penalized for actually saving money in the bank. And what I mean by this is that if saving money or having money was important, then they would not punish you by keeping it in a bank account and being prudent. By having, all they care about is how you're able to service the debt, and can we give you more, and can you keep making those monthly payments? Those are just 4 simple reasons why credit is actually more valuable than money. I just want to leave with one little extra bonus here. Having credit is not being prudent. Eventually, this game will come to an end, and we'll have to go back down to fundamentals and sound business principles. But until then, we live in an age where credit determines everything. So keep your credit score high, find out ways to improve your credit report, and keep your ability to obtain credit, because that can actually sustain you. If you lose your job, you can actually live off the credit for a period of time. This is Terrence Banks with Information Age Financial Solutions. To the next video, credit, the new adage is, it's not dollars worth everything. Credit is the new money. I'm out.